Yeah, MLB Data Warehouse. Where the spreadsheets glow and the takes get spicy. John, Tim, Doc, let's go. Welcome to the warehouse, stat stack to the ceilings. Exit below's flying, launch angles got a feeling. Tim in the corner with the prospect report. Reading fan graphs, blurbs like it's soft core sport. Junior and double A, Tim's losing.
Welcome to the Prospect Warehouse podcast. This is your host, Tim Kanak. You can find me on X at Fantasy Ace Ball, and I am solo today, so it should be a fairly quick podcast. We will start this thing off by talking about some of my live looks the last couple of weeks here. 2 weeks ago, I saw Von Lackey, Carson Tinney. Von Lackey looked awesome, I must say. I don't think I talked about him on the podcast. Maybe I did. I can't remember. But Von Lackey looked great. I got his first stolen base. And then I also saw, of course, the Palm Beach Cardinals, who I see all the time. Jairo Padilla, always looking really good on that side. Sebastian Dos Santos, always looking really good for the Cardinals. And also Hernandez. So I also had the opportunity to see Hernandez. And I've seen him a couple times now. He actually looks really good. Miguel Hernandez with the Cardinals. So 3 guys, I think, that are on my top 25 here for the Cardinals. Really thick system now. So they're doing really good as far as system development. I think that as far as like most top 500 guys, they might be number 1. It's them and the Orioles and the Rays are all pretty close. Obviously, the Brewers and the Dodgers are super deep too. So we have some really good systems there. Cardinals are near the tippy top, but I saw those guys 2 weeks ago. And then last week, I caught a game in Jupiter, and I'm going to talk about a couple pitchers. I saw pitchers duel. It was 0-0 when I left the game in like the 8th inning. And the guy who started for the Cardinals, Yan Cabrera, it was his first career start in A-ball. And I pulled his stats up if you're watching on YouTube or XVision, but you can see he threw 58 pitches. And he was only hitting like 90 miles an hour, but his fastball was basically a 2-seamer, even though it's his 4-seam fastball, like almost 9 inches of horizontal movement. I think it was really good. 15% swinging strike rate on a sinker type pitch, 55% strike rate. The slider was the bread and butter. That's what I mentioned in the YouTube or on the X or whatever, wherever I post my videos. But he had 6 strikeouts in 2 1/3 innings or something like that. So he was really effective. The slider, 19% swinging strike rate on the slider, throwing a bunch of strikes on that pitch. So not a lot of velocity, but the breaking stuff from Yan Cabrera is something to look at. The other guy I want to highlight here is Teneo. So his name is Damave, I think. I don't know how you say that name. It looks weird, but the last name is Teneo with the Jupiter Hammerheads. It's the Marlins A-ball team. This guy had over 100 strikeouts now on the year. He was pretty nasty when I saw him last time. 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. But you can see Teneo, if you're looking on XVision, we have his stats right up here. Fastball, throwing 95. I think I saw him hit 96, 97. 8% swinging strike rate, though, so it's not a big swing and miss pitch, and he doesn't throw it for a lot of strikes, but the breaking stuff here is also very good. Slider, sweeper, changeup, all really good pitches. All 3 of these pitches, his slider, 23.2% swinging strike rate on the season, the sweeper, 19.3, and the changeup, 24.2. So we have 3+ pitches here, secondaries in the arsenal between the slider, which is a gyro slider, 87.5 velocity. I think I saw him hitting 89 on that pitch. That's the pitch that I thought was his nastiest. But the sweeper and the changeup are also really good. So this is a 3-pitch guy, really good pitches between the gyro slider, sweeper, and changeup. Fastball, good velocity, just not the best as far as movement on the fastball. He also throws a sinker and a splitter, so really decent arsenal here for Damave Teneo, up to 100+ strikeouts on the season, 3.27 JAERA. This is a nice name to watch that maybe is not on your radar that I think is worth watching. That is Teneo, Tineo. Now, on the hitting side, I want to show off some of my video here. So we're going to move away from that and go over to XVision here. And I think it's probably going to play sound, so sorry about that. This is a guy I wanted to talk about, Jacob Lombard. So I saw Jacob Lombard for the first time in person. And while I did like his swing a decent amount, he does have things he needs to work on from a mechanics standpoint. So here I am, being a hitting coach, a rookie ball kids hitting coach here. So, but I do watch a ton of baseball. So we can see, look at his back foot here. His back foot raises up. I do not like that. So I think what he needs to work on is kind of like that lower half, working that lower half. You see how he picks that back foot up. I don't really like that. And here he's late on that pitch and swinging under it. But you need to work on keeping that back half back a little more and keeping it down. But that's Jacob Lombard. I only saw, I think, 3 at bats from him. I did get some nice open face from him on a few different swings. So you can check that out on my X channel. I also have Jairo Padilla getting a hit and a steal. So you can check this out also on the X channel. A lot of this is slow mo. We're not going to look at all this. Oh, here. Alexander Frias stolen. You see, that wasn't the quickest stolen base. That's an A ball stolen base right there. So foot speed for Alexander Frias, I think, is not elite, even though he has a lot of steals. Like, he's probably at best like a 50 runner. I did not have a stopwatch, but just like me watching his running, like, I don't think he's like the fastest dude. I've seen a lot of fast dudes, and he's kind of mid as far as that's concerned, but he has stolen a lot of bases. And oddly, going through my X here, this is what's funny is I think that here's 9.5 thousand views on my Alexander Frias open face cuts, even though he completely misses. So I guess we can watch this real quick here. I do like the swing. Back on that back leg pretty well. So there he is. Quick hands. I mean, that's how he's getting into 116 mile per hour exit velocities already, and he is in front, so he was not behind the ball. Just not a good pitch to swing at there. But the dude does definitely have quick hands, and that's how he's getting into that exit velo at that age. So Alexander Frias, this is a funny one. People like this video for some reason, or where is it? 17,000 views of him getting hit by a pitch in slow mo. So that's funny. But here he is. Boom. And they're getting hit by a pitch in slow mo. So I got some Alexander Frias reps in. So feel free to check those out on my X page whenever you want. Have fun with that. As you hear like a baby or whatever in my thing. But let's now get to the T10s, right? That's what you're here for. The T10s this week. T10 is Brandon Beck with the Yankees. Let's put some video up. You want video? I think the video is more fun than the F scores. I'll just read the F scores to you. A 99 stuff, 113 control, 103 FERA for Mr. Brandon Beck in the Yankees organization. He has already made an appearance this year. So he has made an appearance in the majors. He's been up. Let's put him up here. There he is. There's a video of him. I'm just going to pull up some random dude's video on X, whatever comes across my screen first, because I think that sometimes X has better videos than YouTube. We don't have to watch commercials. So here he is on screen if you're watching on YouTube X Vision. But I have a comp on him of Shane Bieber ultralight. Like, I don't think he's anywhere near Shane Bieber. He's probably a 5th or 6th starter, best case scenario. But he does have good command, 55, 60 grade command. He throws a 4-seamer up to 95, 45, 50 on the 4-seamer. Slider's his best pitch. I give him a 60 grade on the slider. He also has a curveball, 45, 50 on that curve, mid 70s. Splitter, 45, 50 on the splitter, low 80s. Sinker is low 90s, 40, 45, and cutter 35, 40s. Right? Obviously, don't love the arsenal, but I do think the slider's pretty good. And since June 16th, he has a 23.8 K on his walk rate. And last week, 6 shutout innings, 12 strikeouts, 1 walk against 4 hits, which is how he made the list. Do not be surprised if he's up sometime soon. He is a splits guy. He's better against righties than against lefties. So keep that in mind. If you're streaming against him, you've got a lefty, that might be a good thing to do, is stream a lefty hitter against Brandon Beck if he does make the major league rotation. Number 9 is Cade Anderson. Okay, fine. We'll put Cade Anderson video up just to make you guys happy. So I'll find it. I'm not going to make you look at my Twitter feed as I'm going to find it. But Cade Anderson, just every week I feel like I'm talking about him on this podcast, but he has maybe put up like the best minor league pitching season of all time. Like, it's got to be up there. Kid's ridiculous. But here we go. Here's a good vid. Let's get this thing up here. Of course, this is the one problem with X videos is that it like automatically wants to play the sound every time you find something. So here he is. Hi, Cade. Look at you, Mini Max Freed. That's what I got. That's my comp is Mini Max Freed. He looks like Max Freed, even body type wise. But Max Freed, I actually upped some of his pitch grades. I gave him a higher grade on the fastball. So I upped his fastball grade and his changeup grade. So I got a 65 on the fastball now, 60, 65 on the slider, 55, 60 on the curve, and 60, 60 on the changeup. He also has a cutter that he developed this year. So 50, 55 grade on the cutter, which is a gyro slider, more or less 87, 89 miles an hour. Command, I also have this command grade to a 65, 70. 132 F stuff, 135 F control, 119 F ERA, just absolutely ridiculous. 5 1/3 innings, shutout, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts, 0 walks for Cade Anderson this week. That is my number 9 in the T10. Number 8 is Aiden Smith. I'm gonna actually pull up. We don't need to watch this video. We're gonna pull up for Aiden Smith his F scores. So let's go to our Tableau pages here. Thank you, John Anderson, for this. It would be nice to have him on the podcast. I did ask him to try to get him on the podcast today, but he told me he's too busy. So now we have to wait for loading screens because we don't have JA here to produce for us. As it's pulling up AJ Ewing, we want Aiden Smith, people. So Aiden Smith moves over to the Mets, gets traded for the second time in a couple of years here. Originally a Mariners prospect, then traded to the Rays, now traded to the Mets. Struggled with the Rays, but he's been really good with the Mets so far. So 3 bombs, 2 bags. Oh, actually 4 bombs. He had a home run on Sunday too. So 4 homers and 2 bags since coming over to the Mets. But this year, 16 steals, 2 caught stealing. He has had seasons of like 40 plus steals before, running at a 32% clip, 13 homers, only 229 at bats. So keep that in mind. But he's a very 61% contact rate against lefties. He's very bad against lefties. Look at this line: 156, 263, 344. So you probably a platoon guy. That might be a Ray. Maybe the Rays messed him up. I hope not. Yeah, he's pretty bad against lefties. So as you see, as I'm moving the slider here, oh look, and then lately, all of a sudden, now that he's not in the Rays and he's on the Mets, contact rates go up against lefties. I don't know. Rays and platoons, it's a thing, people. But 99 hit tool, 106 power, 129 speed, 93 plate discipline. So not good for points leagues, but in categories leagues, maybe Aiden Smith is a guy to watch for the future. Still in high A. He's been in high A for a couple of years now. I think he could move fast in the right organization. The Mets don't have a lot of outfielders blocking him. So I put a 35-40 hit tool grade on him, 35-45 plate approach, 45-55 power, 65-65 speed. He has hit to 110 EVs. So I like Aiden Smith as a hitter. I think he's probably a good thing that he moved. And I've got the sun in my eyes now. So now we have to move this. There we go. Probably heard that mid-podcast. Get that sun out of my eyes. Number 7 is Raldy Brito, who made my top 150. He was 145 in my last rankings update. I'm currently doing my new one. Will he still be top 150? Probably, because he's been good. So Raldy Brito here, as I expand to his full year statistics, is hitting 320, 378, 492 in the year. And again, this is maybe another platoon situation. Against righties, he's hitting 354, 410, 544 with 8 home runs. That's a 956 OPS for you people counting at home, 76% contact rate. Now against lefties, he has a 78% contact rate. So his contact rate is still good against lefties. However, he strikes out a ton against lefties. His K rate goes from 16% to 24% against lefties. And he's only hitting 217, 278, 330 against lefties. So like no slug against lefties. He's making contact. He's just not getting hits because he's not hitting for enough power against lefties. The exit velocities are not there against lefties. So he is running into more power this year. 45 extra base hits in 99 games with 31 stolen bases is pretty good for a middle infielder. So I kind of like that. Quick twitch guy. Comp is Vidal Brujan mechanics. And my comp is opposite splits Ozzy Albies, Matt. So basically, the opposite version of Ozzy Albies matched with Vidal Brujan. But I have a 45-55 hit tool grade on him, 35-50 plate approach, 40-55 power, and 60-65 speed. So that's Raldi Brito. Obviously, I think he's fast with the 60-65 speed, but 9 caught stealing. He needs to improve his base running ability, not necessarily the speed. And he's playing third too for Colorado, so third base is pretty terrible. So it'd be interesting to have like a speedy third baseman, Michael Garcia. Say hello. So let's move to the next guy. Number 6 is Braylon Antunes with the Brewers. Braylon Antunes. So Braylon Antunes is like kind of not a big Brewers prospect guy. So there's a new guy that we're gonna be talking about here. Oh, come on. I had F scores for him. I don't know why they're not showing on here, but I know for a fact we have F scores on him because they're in the article. So Braylon Antunes. I don't know why we're not getting this on him. This is why we need John. Okay. Anyway, anywho, 439, 551, 902 slash in his small sample size in A ball. He was in complex, got the call up to A ball, 41 at bats, and he's 459, 5 home runs and 6 steals already in 41 at bats. So he's absolutely mashing A ball right now since getting the call up from complex as an 18-year-old. So center fielder, looks like a middle of the order, possibly, if he can actually make it to the majors. Biggest issues right now are plate approach, in my mind, and contact skills, because the power speed is kind of there already for an 18-year-old. My comp is Starling Marte with power. So kind of a Starling Marte swing mechanics here. But I gave him a 30-45 hit tool, a 35-50 plate approach, 45-60 power, and 55-60 speed. I don't think he's got the speed of Starling Marte. He just has a similar swing, similar size, but I think that he definitely has way more power. His power now might already be what like Starling Marte's like max career power was, but I've got him as a top 75 or sorry, top. And in the Brewers organization, I'm redoing my rankings right now for org rankings. I have him. Let me tell you where I got him here. I've got him at number 21 in the Brewers organization. So he's not a top 20 guy. He's like right outside of it at number 21. But Brewers are also very stacked. So keep that in mind. Let's get to some pitching, eh? Number 5 on the T10s is Joseph Gier. I'm never going to say this name right. Dziery. Giroux. I think it's Giroux is how you say it. But I don't know. That's a weird name. Like I can do the Spanish names, but when it comes to like these weird, like I don't know, Eastern Polish, I guess probably Polish, I don't know, Polish names, I can't do it. So Joseph Giroux, 108 stuff, 123 control, 111 FERA. This is on the season, these F scores. So we'll put a season stats up here. 24.2 K minus walk rate, 5.8 walk rate for a big dude. My comp is Noah Schultz light. So Noah Schultz, very similar, huge dude, great command for a huge dude, but will the strikeout stuff really be there? There's a sinker changeup gyro slider, so only 3 pitches. The changeup in the sinker, I just don't think he's going to get a ton of strikeouts. I don't necessarily think the swinging strike rate is going to improve once he gets to AAA. Like it's a 16% now on the season. Now when he was in AA, let's kind of reduce this to lately, still 16%. I don't think he's going to maintain 16% swing strike rates with that pitching arsenal into AAA. I'm just saying. But he's an interesting cat. I got him as a top 150 prospect. I just don't really love the stuff, but a sinker with a good extension, he's going to generate a ton of ground balls. So you go like that, and great command, big size. So he's an interesting pitcher. Do you want to look at him? Here, okay, fine. I understand. Let's put some video up of Joseph DeGiroux. Joseph DeGiroux. Good luck spelling that in a spelling bee if you are a nerdy kid. So let's bring him up here. Joseph Giroux. There we go. Boom. Here he is. Oh, come on. Come on, TJ Stats. 8-second video. That's lame. Let's get more an 8-second video here. Oh, this is what we want. 35 seconds. There we go. MLB pipeline for the win. So, boom. There he is. Look at that monster right there. So you could see his arm slot, if you're watching on X, is like a 3/4, maybe a little bit lower than 3/4. So he's kind of just slinging it in there, and that's why he's getting so much sinker movement on that fastball because of that arm angle right there. So it'd be kind of weird for him to get vert on an arm angle like that on the fastball. Be like a ride guy. That one got ride. That was a nice one. So you can see he's a monster, weird arm angle, big dude, different arsenal, but number 5 on the list as he had, what did he do this week? He had, I put it somewhere in here. I can't even find where I wrote this into the article, but I know I have it. Great listening, Tim. 6 scoreless, 9 strikeouts, 0 walk, 4 hits. That's it. So, boom, there we go. Let's move to number 4 here. Hey, number 4 is Brian Holiday. So I wonder, are we gonna have video on Brian Holiday? Let's hope we do. He's coming back from Tommy John surgery. He was a 3rd rounder. Oh, only 7 seconds. Come on, lame. I want to see him in person. I have not seen him since before the Tommy John, I think. Here he is. So this kid right here was a 3rd rounder. He's not related to the Jackson.
Pitch home to Reyes is a breaking ball, and it's in for a call.
3rd rounder from the Cardinals. But this guy is a breaking guy. He's a breaking person, not a fastball guy. So my comp for him is Sonny Gray. He's really short, really good command. Fastball, he's only hitting like 93 on it. So fastball, I give him a 40, 45 grade. You know, he does have good ride on it. It's like a 10-inch ride fastball. So he's got good ride on it. He just doesn't have good velocity. But the breaking stuff is really good. He's got a curve, a gyro slider, a slider, and a changeup. I give him a 60 grade on the curve, 50, 55 on the gyro slider, 45, 55 on the regular slider, 35, 40 on the changeup, 55, 60 command grade. He's a college kid, so he shouldn't be at A-ball too long. He's kind of like rehabbing, so it'll be interesting to see how he comes back. He's been at A-ball for quite a while this year, though, so he should get the jump to high A pretty soon, I would think. Let's put his stats up so you got that. Enough video in this room. So let's bring it up here. Brian Holiday with 1 L, people. Brian Holiday, here we go. So a 94 F stuff. Not great, Bob. 118 control. That is good. 91 FERA because he is probably allowing too many home runs. Yes, 9 home runs allowed. That is not great for only 631 pitches. But we can see here through his arsenal, good ride on the fastball, bad swinging strike rate, but he does locate it well. He is getting ground balls in that fastball. Curveball, 39.7 CSW. That's really good. 17.3 swinging strike rate. But remember, he is a college guy, and this is A-ball here. But 53% strike rate here. I don't care. Cutter, 16% swinging strike rate. Slider, 17.9% swinging strike rate. So these are all really good numbers here for Brian Holiday. As my kid really interrupts me mid-podcast and keeps talking and doesn't shut up. Number 3 is Emil Morales. Emil Morales, Dodgers third baseman, shortstop. Let's get his stats up here real quick. And Emil Morales, I comp to a Fernando Tatis Jr. light. This week he had 6 extra base hits, 4 home runs, and he is really good. The Dodgers have like a million really good prospects. It's kind of infuriating if you're not a Dodgers fan to see them just cranking out prospects and trading them. And it doesn't matter that they trade them because then they just have new ones. But Emil Morales on the season hitting 291, 372, 552, 6 stolen bases, 22 bombs. Contact is going to be the main thing to watch here for Morales because he hits the ball really hard. He's not going to be a stolen base guy. So I think that he's going to be mostly a power guy. You see, even lately, 65% contact rate's not great. However, over 1,000 OPS doesn't really matter. 53 extra base hits in 94 games, pretty solid. So it looks like a middle order power guy, lower batting average, maybe hitting 240, but should get to get some good power here. 35-45 hit tool, 35-45 plate approach, 55-65 power, and a 50 grade speed from me for Emil Morales. Now, number 2. This is a dude that I love. If you've been following my work for a long time, you know I was talking about him like all year last year, and I think even before then. Eliezer Dishmay. This is a dude that is awesome. Super underrated pitcher here. Look at that. 111 stuff, 111 control, 111 FERA. What are the odds? But this dude is I comped him to Taj Bradley, Brian Bayo mashup. He throws a fastball, changeup, gyro slider, sweeper, curve. He has very good command for doing that. And in his last 6 starts last year, he was electric, 42 strikeouts, 6 walks. He's been really good. Kind of up and down a little bit this year. But fastball is a ride run pitch, so it does both things well. And he's got basically he's hitting every direction. Changeup east, slider south, sweeper west. And it's his second time on the list this season. So the reason he's number 2 is he had a no-hitter through 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, only gave up 1 walk, and was pulled. So obviously didn't pitch the whole rest of the game, but that's a really good start. Fastball gets to 98. I give him a 60-65 grade on the fastball. Changeup, 55-65 grade. The gyro slider, 50-55. The sweeper, 55-60. And the curve, a 40 grade. Command, 45-55. For Eleazar Dishmay with the Marlins in AA now. Really underrated prospect. Might make my top 150 this time. I've been really high on him for a long time. Eleazar Dishmay. Really good prospect. Super underrated. Everyone should add him in leagues where you can. So I think I've got him in like all my top 30 teamers. And then number 1, Zach Veen. He just got the call up like an hour ago as I'm recording this. So if Zach Veen making this list back-to-back weeks, let's get his statistics up here. He's been amazing lately, by the way. So let's put him. Well, Zach with no K. Come on. ZAC Zach. What are you doing? But the last week, 3 homer night, 10 extra base hits total, 5 home runs, 2 steals, hit over 500 last week. This dude's been a unit lately. We'll look at it. But on the season, let's look on the season. 24 home runs, 18 steals, 326, 401, 638 slash. That is in the PCL, so keep that in mind. F score was 107 power, 115 speed, 110 hit, 94 discipline. And remember, the F scores are weighed back against the level. So Zach Veen is only being compared to not just AAA players, but to PCL players. So those are all how good he is compared to other hitters in the PCL. 107 90th EV is really good. 113 max EV. Like, this dude has found power. He's doing a really good job. The angles aren't great still. 14% air pull is lackluster, but everything else he's doing is pretty good. It'll be interesting to see how he plays coming up. But let's look since July 1st. Let's pick a random date here. So since July 1st, he's hitting 319, 379, 735 with 10 home runs. It's pretty good for 2 months of work there. Maybe get some more power than Blackman at this rate. 45-50 hit tool, 40-45 plate approach, 50-60 power, 60-60 speed. He's a top 250 guy for me. Maybe he's going to be back in my top 150. So when I do my rankings, we're doing my rankings right now. So that's it. That's the top 10. Number 1, Zach Veen. Number 2, Eleazar Dishmay. Number 3, Emil Morales with the Dodgers. Number 4, Brian Holiday with the Cardinals, pitcher, A-ball. Number 5, Joseph Giroux with the Orioles, AA. Number 6, Braylon Antunes, outfielder with the Brewers, A-ball, low A. Number 7 is second baseman, outfielder, third baseman, Roldy Brito with the Rockies in high A. Number 8, Aiden Smith, outfielder with the Mets in high A. Number 9, starting pitcher, Cade Anderson with the Mariners in AA for now. Number 10, Brandon Beck, AAA, Yankees starting pitcher. That's the top 10. If you want the article, subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse, and you can read about Theo Gillen, again, Kadeem Diaw, catcher with the Twins. Jacob Kisting, Marlins AA, first time appearance for Kisting. That's my underdog of the week, by the way. And Diaw. 14, Blake Mitchell with the Royals. 15, Luis Pena with the Brewers. If you want to read about them, you have to subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse, so do that. And then if you want my FYPD ranks, $9.99. That's really cheap for all my FPD ranks, write-ups, slot, over slot, under slot, bonuses, stuff like that. Check that out. It's really good stuff. Only $9.99, very cheap. And John hasn't paid me yet. He owes me money. So tell him when you buy it, say, make sure this goes to him. But buy $9.99 for the FYPDs. Otherwise, he's going to hoard it. I need the money, not him. Come on. But anyway, make sure you subscribe to FYPDs, $9.99. Subscribe to MLB Data Warehouse. And you get all my FYPD updates too as the season goes on with that FYPD purchase. So it's not just a one-time thing. Anytime I update it, you're going to get an update on there. And in the meantime, on the X, I have my org rankings coming out. So follow me on X, Fantasy Ace Ball, at Fantasy Ace Ball, so you can get my updated organization rankings, and we'll get a new top 150 for you in the next couple of weeks. Kept it under 30. Peace out, everyone. See you next time.
Big Data Warehouse. Yeah, we bring the spree. Prospects, DFS, betting strategy. John's grumpy, Tim scouting like a man possessed. Doc drafting comeback stories better than the rest. But the tools are elite and the content's free. And your fantasy trophy gonna look prestigious. ML.